Hello, and welcome to a magic unboxing with Phyrexia All Is One. I have this booster box and this collector's booster, which I was excited to get. I usually don't get these for most sets because they're not cool. And I don't know, the cards that are in them, I'm just like sitting here going, just like, I don't know, it's kind of whatever. A lot of like stuff, like special stuff or whatever. But in this video, I'm just gonna be opening this one here. So I think it's, what is it, 36 packs? Something like that. Something like that. And see what we get. You know, the big ones obviously are Elishnorn, Phyrexia, stuff like that. But this set is honestly just one bonkers. I've talked about it before, how crazy this set is. And it's not wrong. So yeah, let's get some Elishnorns, get some whatever. That'd be really damn cool. Oh, it's gonna be one of these packs. Usually magic packs open really easily, but that one was surprisingly difficult. Okay, interesting. So, okay, well, that's a surprise. Spoiler. Why are they backwards? So what's supposed to happen is this art card is supposed to be on top, but they're flipped. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. So, but I kind of saw the rare. I wanted to try to avoid that. I don't know why the cards are backwards, but they are. So I guess we'll start with the uncommons. This is the Phyrexian Evangelist. Interesting. Apostle of Invasion. Look like crap to me. I don't know. Hold on a second here. My thing is my zoom is out of focus. We got the Apostle of Invasion, Ossification, well, basic land. Okay, that's good uncommon. Mandible and Justicar, the Unorthodoxy Enforcer, Infectious Inquiry. Each opponent gets a poison counter, and you get to draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. What the fuck? So good. Death Touch Poisoner with the Basilisk here. The Gulping Scrap Trap. Is that what that says? Enters or the battlefield or dies Proliferate for 5 mana 4/4. Honestly, that's not even terrible. Ooh, that's a foil full art mountain. Got the Magnetic Splinter. Haste. Enters the battlefield, put 2 oil counters on it. Okay. That's neat. Eternal Wanderer. That's cool. What does this card do? No more than 1 creature can attack. The Eternal Wanderer. Combat, exile up to 1 target artifact creature. Owner controls at the beginning of the player's end step. Create a 2/2 samurai token, and for each player that chooses. Okay, that's neat. What is this? This is like a. Oh, what is it called? What do they call this one? Oh, let me separate out the rares. Stuff, tokens, our cards will go over there, I guess. You're down at Rodist. Remember, a creature you control with toxic deals combat damage to a player. That player gets an additional poison counter. Every creature you control with toxic gains a death touch. Jesus Christ! Talk about cool ass abilities and cards. My God. All right, well, we're starting out with the Eternal Wanderer, which is honestly a pretty cool card. Blink card, 6 mana. For 4 loyalty. It's not particularly the greatest. Could you please? Like I said, these packs usually easy. Again, the packs are like flipped, so that's cool. That's got the little signature on there, so I like to separate those out. Because what's like, guess I'm just gonna have to do it like this, but it's gonna ruin it for me. Better ruin it for me than for all of you. Ooh! That's an emblem for Caught Fire Resistance. Cool. I like seeing those. Alright, we got the Autonomist. I don't know if these cards are just like printed wrong, or if that's just how they do them. I feel like that's not right, or possibly like unsealed and stuff. I don't know, they don't look like it to me. Insight, Surgical Bay, That's a land sphere. Oh, that's neat. Roll of possibility. Card's been reprinted about 1,000 times. Each opponent gets a poison counter. Draw a card. Okay. Well, there's the mountain. You know? Taya's immobilizer. Cameos. What the hell did I just say? Enters the battlefield with 4 oil counters on it. Remove an oil counter. Tap target artifact or creature. Not too shabby. Cameo's logbook. 5 cards. This ability costs 1 less for each artifact you control. Not bad. Storming Bird. Deals combat damage to a player. Proliferate. So much proliferation. Thirsting Roots. Search for library. Oh, Jesus Christ. For 1 mana? Holy fuck. So good. Oh, that's a Mycosynth Gardens, baby. Let's go. And a Therm Bird. What is it? Showcase? Is that what they call it? Mycosynth Guardians. This is going into my Urza deck because it's super good. If you can tap to add 1 colorless if you want, or you can pay 1, tap it for colorless, or you can pay X and tap it, and then it becomes a copy of a non-token artifact I control. Very, very good. I'm putting that into my Urza deck for sure. One card I'm sitting here going just like, yeah. And then it tells me it's like, I mean, maybe they left some value cards in here, but I'm just sitting here going just like, I think that they were just put in wrong. I don't know if this is like a common thing for Phyrexian, like the Phyrexia All is One boxes. Hope not. But I could see that being a thing. Another art card. I always like those. Hey, it's the same one we just got for the, but this one has the signature on it. Neat. All right, so interesting. Still find it strange. Oh, hey, there's the Phyrexian Golem. I've never had to do this where it's just like, then you have to like flip it around to the point where it's just like, it's right. So you got the Annihilation Glare as an additional cost to cast this sacrifice an artifact or a creature or pay 4. Destroy target creature planeswalker. Not bad. Complete Devotion. Target creature control +2/+2, and if that creature has toxic, draw a card. Jesus Christ. We got the Stinging Hive Master, Incisor Glider, Bone Picker Scourge. Wow. As long as your opponent has 1 or 3 or more poison counters, put a death. Wow. As Death Touch and Lifelink against a 2/2. It's pretty not bad. A Foil Swamp. That's pretty neat. Armored Cur. Scrap Gorger. 3/0 as long as it has 3 or more oil counters. Add 1 mana to mana pool whenever it becomes tapped. Exile a card from a graveyard. Dude, even that's good. It's like you can tap this, exile stuff from your opponent's graveyard, and then it has 3/0, so it's at least then a 3/3 after 3 times tapping this. Dude, like I said, these cards are insane. They're so good. Evolving Adaptive. Oil counters gets 1/1 for each oil counter. Whenever it enters the battlefield you control, if that creature has greater power or toughness than Evolving and Adaptive, put a 1/1 counter on Evolving Adaptive. Jesus Christ. Cinderslash Ravager. Pretty good, pretty good. Menace Reach. I'm trying not to read every one of these cards, but they're insane. Ooh. Thrawn, Breaker of Silence. Spell can't be counter-trample. Can't be the target of a non-green spells your opponent's control and abilities of non-green creatures. When it's your turn, it has Indestructible. And we got the Bone Picker Scourge. Showcase or whatever. That's neat. That doesn't seem... Seems okay. Not like the craziest thing I've ever seen. So, well, let's keep moving, shall we? I always like opening just packs, although, like I said, these are weird. Yep, still backwards. Got a Rebel token, that's cool. And this artwork card. The artwork cards are always so cool to me. There's the commons. I'm trying not to look at the rares and stuff like that, but ultimately I'm the one to get spoiled, so it doesn't really matter, right? As long as I don't react to it. Fleshless Gladiator. Errant Atrocity. Sinew Dancer. Of the Swamp. Always like these full arc lands or whatever. Got the Quicksilver Fisher. Enter the battlefield, draw a card and discard a card. Not that great. That's Golem. When it enters the battlefield under your control and has one or more oil counters, then put an oil counter on it. Usually with an oil counter, get +1/+1. Not too bad. Enter battle, we have a 3 oil. At the beginning of combat, you may remove oil counter. If you style a target creature you control gains a choice of flying, vigilance, death touch, or lifelink until end of turn. Cephalopod Sentry. Power equals the number of artifacts you control. Not bad. Minor Misstep. Counter target spell with mana cost 1 or less. Not bad. Not bad at all. Honestly, that one aside. Zenith Chronicler. Target player casts their first multicolored spell each turn. Each other player draws a card. Okay. Ooh. Ugh. You like to see that. What is this? The Jorn. Indeed, first Golden Warden. Tramp gets Golden Warden, gets +X/+X for N. End of turn where X is the number of equipped creatures you control. If are 4 or greater, draw a card. Honestly? The Furnace Punisher. Not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. So I'm gonna put that one there. That one might end up, if it's not, especially if it's not worth anything. I was like, I'm gonna end up putting that one into my equipment deck because it's like, it's pretty good. It's +X/+X for the number of equipped creatures you control. Then if it's 4 or more, you get to draw a card. Pretty freaking cool. Okay. Casting. This is so weird. You have to like flip through them. Alright, Basilica Shepherd. Enter the battlefield, create 2 colorless Myers. Oh god. Yeah. Fair Basilica, Bull 6, Ball Bomb. Okay. Like, commons are getting out of control here. I'm kind of just throwing them in a mess. Not like creating like a little tower of them. Okay. Stinging Harvester, the Swamps. Infectious Bite. Target creature you control does combat damage to a player. Or target creature you don't control. Each opponent gets a poison counter. These poison counter cards, man. So good. Any battlefield, sacrifice a creature unless your opponent has 3 or more poison counters. Okay. God damn. Put our creature card from the graveyard on this battlefield under your control. Proliferate. Not bad. And we got the Blightstone Ritual, which is a pretty good card. This is a list card, as you can see with a little dot there underneath. So the reprints of old cards with the old kind of border look, even the old kind of like symbol it came from. It's pretty much what it is. It's just their attempt to try and lure and reprint some old cards. We got the Apostle of Invasion again. We got the Sea Chrome Coast. Sea Chrome Coast enters the battlefield unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Okay, Kemba. Enduring. Or another cat enters the battlefield under your control. Attach up to 1 target equipment you control to that creature. Which creature get +1/+1. Create a 2/2 white cat creature token. Jesus. Another one I might add to equipment. And we got the Rustvine Cultivator, which just puts poison or oil counters, not poison counters, oil counters. So many counters in this. Makes sense when a set has Proliferate in it to have a ton of different counters that it can deal with. I can't tell if they just fucked up like this. I think they just fucked up this. Like usually the art card is here and the like token card is back here. I think that's really what comes down to. No, it's not. I thought it was. It's not. It's just for some reason all the packs are just flipped. And I don't know why. And I'm a little concerned at that one. But we're gonna keep going. Meld Web Cultivator. Okay. Neat. Full charge. Why is it not on focus? Please. Alright. Deal 3 target. Wow. It's really good. Icecron synthesizer. Get out the island. Very nice. Oh, there's the token. What the fuck? Alright. Conveyor. What? Convert. Good going, me. Toxic. Play 2 life. Add 1 mana to any color. Neat. That's Murs for you. Minor misstep again. I like that card, so I'm going to push that one off the side. At the beginning of each player deals 2 damage to that creature unless they control 2 or more basic lands. Play basics. Sometimes, especially like commander decks, don't always play basics. Turn target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If that permanent has mana 3 less, proliferate. Interesting. Dismember, not. Oh, baby, that's a Staff of Completion. That's what you like to see. Oh, and a full art Razor Verge Thicket. Yeah, baby. And a Furnace Puncher. Neato cards, though. I know the Staff of Completion is very good. Worth a little bit. So I'm gonna put that in a little sleeve along with these thickets, because I always like the full art, like dual lands like this, or what do they call them? Borderless, not full art. It's like borderless. Those are cool. We're gonna put those ones off to the side as well. All right. Staff of Completion. This card is quite nuts. I'm just going to leave that there, even though it's not zoomed in at all, because I wasn't expecting it to. But it says, pay 1 life, destroy target permanent you own. Doesn't seem all that great, but there are ways that you can use that. We got like a nice little like stamp card there. That's nice. Pay 2 life, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. There's the Phyrexian Might tokens. Oh, Jesus. And then we got pay 3 to proliferate and tap it. Pay 4 life, draw a card, and pay 5 to untap it. Really, really, really quite good, honestly. Like I said, I'm trying not to look at all like this stuff, but I'm trying to also get it in order. I gotta make sure that it is in order. So, Zealot Convection, Flash, Enchant, one. If it's 3, wow, for 1 mana, that's really good. You need to use poison counters, but face it, Toxic's pretty goddamn good. It's pretty good. Duelist of Deep Faith. As your turn, has first strike. Very nice. Mere Kinsmith. Enters battlefield, search your library for a Mer card, reveal it, and wow, that's honestly pretty good for a Mer card if you're playing Mer Tribal, which there is a card for that now. Got a cool looking plains. Vat of Rebirth. Whenever another artifact or creature you control is put into graveyard from battlefield, put an oil counter. Remove 4. Return target creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. This is an uncommon? I was like, I guess you have to build up the 4 oil counters, but in black, it's not that hard. Enters with 3 oil counters. Remove it. Create a 3/3 colorless Phyrexian Golem. It only has a sorcery. Not bad. Retrofitter. Toxic. Enters the battlefield with target artifact you control becomes a artifact creature with base 4/4, and as long as it remains on the battlefield. Wow. And this has Toxic 1? Jesus. Has that ability and that? Like, okay. I just want to point out just like how insane this card is. Like, I literally have like, let's see here. So let's compare it to like this card here. This is Skilled Animator from some set. It looks like it's like a commander set, but I know it's from before that. I was playing this in my Urza deck, but I recently did that. Now, this basically has the same effect as that, where it's like, target artifact you control becomes a artifact creature with 5/5 for as long as you control this card. This one says 4/4, so this one's a little bit better with 5/5, but honestly, the other abilities, like just the Toxic 1, have the 2/3. It's just better. Sorry. It's just better. Still, it's just silly. Alright, Proclaim Zealot. At the beginning of combat, during your turn, target creature gets +1/+1 to end turn. If that creature has Toxic, it gets 2/2 instead. Pretty good. We got the Icecron Synthesizer again. Blue Sun Twilight. In control of target creature with mana value 5 or X. 5 or greater. Ready to attack me. Oh, wow. You can create a copy. Ooh, we got a full art Kaya, Intangible Slayer, I think. The hands just kind of in the way. It's got hexproof, as Kayas oftentimes do. Each opponent loses 3 life, and you gain 3 life. Draw 2 cards, then each opponent may scry 1. For 0? Okay. Target creature or enchantment. If it was an aura, create a token that is a copy, except it's a 1/1 spirit in addition to all the types. It's not like that bad. And then we got the Sawblade Scamp. Guess an non-creature, put an oil, remove an oil, deal 1 damage to each opponent. God damn. Don't know if this Kai is worth anything, but I always like these like borderless full art cards. Like, some people don't like them. I love them. I think they're cool. What was the set before this one? They had like a they had like some old card like Decimate was a as a full art, and it wasn't worth anything. And I was just like, what the hell? Hey, look, it's Elish Norn. That mean you're gonna grace us with your presence? Or something? I don't know. We can hope, right? Alright. Additional one, go over there. We got the surgical skull bomb. The escaped experiment, which I'll put back on the screen here in a second. Next target creature opponent control, you can put on where animals artifacts. Jesus Christ. Experimental augury. Mesmerizing dose. Okay, now it's like it's just rest or whatever. Not like card fell on the ground. Sawblade Scamp, we just saw that one last one. We got the Forest. Necrogen Rot Priest has Toxic 2 whenever a creature you control with Toxic deals combat damage to a player, gain additional. Oh, we got this one earlier as like the full art, so that's like the non-full art one. Enchant creature you control has Toxic 2 and dies, returns to the battlefield under your control. Jesus Christ. And gains Toxic with that ability. Bro. Kinkerboom. I actually knew about this card. It's cool. You sacrifice it, choose 1. Destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or proliferate. It's 3/2 for 2. Pretty good right there, but then that ability is like, wow, that's really good. Honestly. That's really good. We got this soldier here. Oh, he's from just 1/4 with vigilance. Pretty poopy. Blight Belly Rant. Dies, proliferate. And it's got Toxic 1, and it's a 2/2. Dude. Urbrask Forge. At the beginning of combat, put an oil on Forge, create a X1 red horror. X is the number of sacrifice at the beginning and end step. And we got the Sawblade Scamp again. Meh. His Urbrask Forge is rare. I don't have a ton of room on this desk to do this, but I like to do it. Good God, packs, please. Please. Oh, well. I think that was a comment because I just stepped on it. Got that little whatever the hell that is. It really needs to stop. Look, it's the mite again. Different mite. Oh boy. Okay, well, that's a card. Yeah, we're putting that to the back because that's a card. But I'm going to pretend I saw it for the first time right here and now. It's a pretty cool card, though. Pretty cool. Again, if these are resealed and they only took out like the Elish Norn and something like that, I'm okay with that, honestly. Yep, okay. Got the Bone Picker Scourge. The Fleshless Gladiator. Ooh, we got that cool, sexy looking forest. I like those forests. I like what are these, like Phyrexian mana? Because they got like the Phyrexian text, although it is a forest, clearly. Sindu Slicer, Bone Picker Scourge, Ribs Gift. It's battlefield, draw a card. It's got 3/3. Oh, it's a 4/4 vehicle. Neku Skeeto. When it enters with 2 oil counters, gets 1/1 for each oil counter on it. Whenever another creature or artifact is put in the graveyard, put an oil on it. Nice. Scribe of Garger. We looked at that card already. It seems pretty good. Double Strike with Toxic. Yeah. Kaito. Dancing Sun. Oh, I'm offside. Or Sun. Shadow. What does this thing do? Whenever a creature you control deal that. I don't know if it's just like the foiling or like the text looks like it's kind of almost like faded almost. That's not good. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, then you may return one of those abilities to your hand. If you do so, may activate the loyal abilities twice this turn instead of once. Target creature can't attack or block until the end step. Draw a card. Create a drone. Okay. That's not too bad. It's pretty good. And that's the card we were looking for, baby. That's a Phyrexian Obliterator. Let's go. Gotta love Phyrexian Obliterators, my guy. This card is insane. If you don't know what a Phyrexian Obliterator does, it's 4 black for a 5/5. 4 black kind of sucks, but it's doable. It's very easily doable, especially if you're playing mono black. It's got trample, and whenever a source deals combat damage for 2 Phyrexian Obliterator, that source controller sacrifices that many permanents. So if it deals 5 damage, let's say, they have to sacrifice 5 permanents Obliterator before it was Obliterator. That's why it's called Obliterator. So that is one of the cards. There's another Phyrexian Vindicator, I think is what it is. It's the 4 white. That card I want too, because it's good. It's good. There's a lot of combos you can do with that. At that whatever the hell that is. So that commons, uncommons. Hey, do I have to do this? But not that bad. Hey, look, it's the Phyrexian Horrors. Neat. Get to look at the tokens, so that's cool. All right, well, that's the bottom of the thing, so good there. We got the Molten Rebuke. Choose one or both. It deals 5 damage to target creature, planeswalker, destroy equipment. 5, that's a lot for 5, though. I guess, yeah, I mean, it has its uses. Planar Disruption. Chan, target artifact, creature, or planeswalker can attack or activate abilities. Can be activated. Azra's Blast deals 1 damage to each opponent. To each creature your opponent controls, they can't block. There's a card like that as well. Toxic 1, enters the battlefield, another target creature gets with toxic gets +1/+1 against flying. Yikes. Mountain. Edifice, enters the battlefield, pay 2 life. When you do so, -1/-1 until end turn. Okay, cool. Veil of Assimilation, enters the battlefield. Your creature control against vigilance. Okay. Bladed Onslaught, it has affinity for artifacts. Oh boy. But you love to see. And we got the Annexed Sentry. Into the battlefield. Exile target artifact or creature your opponent controls. Your less until it leaves the battlefield. Okay. Dune Mover. So that is basic as it gets. Ooh, the Rat King. You got the Rat King and the Bone Picker Scourge. Rat King's pretty cool because he gives like all of the rats. This is a good what am I thinking here? This is a good commander for rats. Very good commander for rats because he gives all the rats toxic, and so it's like what are those like? There's like 2 rat cards that are like you can have as many of these as you want in your deck because that gets around the restriction of especially EDH where it's 1 per, but that one says you can have any, like Shadowborn Apostle. True. What's this? Oh, the Phyrexian Goblin. Nice. And whatever you are. I don't know who you are or what you are, but yeah. That's a card right there, baby. Like I said, if somebody took out the Elish Norn in this, and these are repackaged cards, I'm okay with it, baby. I am okay with this because what you're gonna see here in a second is what's in here. My dog just walked past and scared the shit out of me. So we got the Ruthless Predator, the Perdition Steward, the Hunter's Maze. I'm just getting right to it. Ooh, the nice looking planes. Sinew Dancer. We're gonna hold up the cards a little bit. The Shadow Sawblade Scamp, which we've seen about 1,000 times already. Toxic 1, when you proliferate, return. Oh, wow, that's pretty good, honestly. With common damage to your creature you control, you may pay 2 if you do proliferate. Fuck, cards are so good. Gaming Aspirant, Font of Progress. Battlefield with 2 oil counters. Target player mills X. X is the number of oil counters on it. Since we got the Mim Raised Paladin. The battlefield, return target creature with mana cost 3 or less. And Atraxa Grand Unifier. This card has exploded in just the first few days of Phyrexia All as One come out. And also, it's just an Atraxa, baby. Atraxas are good. Oh boy, am I going to destroy everything by doing this? Hold on. Oh. I think I might have just destroyed everything. I was grabbing out the top loaders because the card is like $50, $60 and it's really fucking good. It's really good. I'm gonna go over its abilities. I want to just make sure that it's well protected. All right, so Atraxa Grand Unifier. So when it enters battlefield, reveal the top 10 of your library. For each card, you may put a card of that type from among them in the reveal cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. So it's artifact, battle. Yes, battle. I don't know exactly what battle means. Creature, enchantment, instant, land, planeswalker, and sorcery. So if you reveal even 5 of those, you just drew 5 cards, and it's a 7/7 with flying, vigilance, death touch, and lifelink. What the fuck? This card's really good. Yes, please. So that's the big pull so far. So I'm just gonna. No, that's all right. We'll go back over them anyway. That is what you call a big pull. And if I say this, like I said, if these are resealed, they didn't do a very good job picking out the good cards. Ooh, that's cool. I say that because I already just saw the card or whatever, but like, sorry, I'm just, like I said, I gotta basically flip these. So we got the Hex Gold Stash. Target creature, if that has Toxic, deals 4 damage sets instead. So Toxic Hate for Mirrodin. When this equipped creature enters the battlefield, create 2/2 Rebel and attach it to it. Oh. The creature gets +1 or... Okay, so that's not very good. But it summons a Rebel, so that's pretty neat. I got Plains there, Terramorphic Expanse. The Infested Flesh Cutter. Equipped creature gets +2/0 whenever equipped creature attacks. Create a colorless Phyrexian Might with Toxic, and this creature can't block. Pretty good. Anything that creates these mites tends to be pretty good. This is a 1/2 with Flying Vigilance. What the fuck? Pretty good. Lethal Demolishing. Destroy target artifact. You can, if you controlled that artifact, create 3 1/1. Oh, okay. So destroy your own stuff. Get goblins for it. Neat. Furnace Strider. Furnace Strider enters the battlefield with 2 oil counters on it. Remove an oil counter, and then target creature you control gains haste. Cool. Curd of the Baldur's Gate, another list card, as you can see from the little corner there. Common damage, you lose 1 life. Player mills card. When do so. Also like the cool alternate art of it or whatever, so that's why I always like those alternate arts. We have the Glistening Seer. Scry one, it's basic. Alright, as long as Mirrodin's safe house is on the battlefield, activated. Okay. It has all activated abilities of all lands in the graveyard. Wow, that's actually not bad. We got the Bladed Ambassador and the Myrrh Convert, which we saw earlier. Neat and neat. And I might put that Mirrodin safe house into my other cards. That one might honestly go into... I have Gitrog Monster that I want to upgrade, and if it has all the abilities of all lands in my graveyards, it'd be pretty good. That's a cool art card right there. I don't really know who that's supposed to be, but it's cool. Ay. Okay. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. But there's a that's when you know it's a hype card. Also, the Phyrexian Horror token, that's for this is the token for Nissa, which I want to get in this set because the Nissa in this set is insane. All right, we got the Mere Custodian. Don't reveal the secret. Into battlefield, scry 2, then each opponent scries 1. Okay. More Murs. Phyrexian Atlas, add 1 when it is corrupted. Each opponent who has 3 or more loses 1 life. Wow. Okay, Vanish into Eternity. This spell costs 3 less if it targets a creature. Oh. Oh, 3 more if it targets a creature. Ah. So it's supposed to hit non-creatures, but it would only cost 6 then. That's not great. But, I mean, you can use it to hit artifacts, enchantments, really good. Tyrant Atrocity. Toxic 3 with haste. And it's a 4/4. Be great to draft that card, I'll tell you that much. Because that's your top end right there. Nice looking forest. Ice-Crown Golem. And Battlefield Golem more encounters. Cinder Ravager, Adapted or Evolving Adaptive. We saw that one already. Westfield Cultivator, Bladed Ambassador, and the card I freaked out about after this one because I can't count. Bloated Contaminator. Trample Toxic 1 whenever it deals combat damage to a player. Proliferate. It's 3 mana 4/4. Dude, this is a 3 mana 4/4 with Trample Toxic 1, and then whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you proliferate. What the fuck is this card? This is like Stompy. Like, this is what green Stompy cards love. Oh my god. And the foil Phyrexian Vindicator, baby. So this is the other Phyrexian card that I was talking about, and I want to sleeve up and everything because it's a cool card. So, and then I'll go over it. But just like the Phyrexian Obliterator, it has 4 white mana. 4 white mana. It's a 5/5. It's got flying. And if damage would be dealt to Phyrexian Vindicator, prevent that damage. Then when you do so, the damage prevented this way, Phyrexian Vindicator deals that much damage to any other target. Any other target. Infinite combos be crazy because there is definitely ways to do that. Oy, oy, oy. It's like, I'm not even, halfway through this? And I've already got an Atraxa, a Phyrexian Vindicator, and a Phyrexian Obliterator cards I knew I wanted right off the bat. Jesus. Insane. Oh, and also the Staff of Completion. These are all cards I wanted. And we are only about halfway through this, and I'm 38 minutes into this recording. Hopefully it won't be that long for you, because I'll cut out some of the me flipping around the cards and whatever. Because for some reason they're backwards. So we got a nice, cool, what is that? It's one of the Planeswalkers. What's their name? Something I forgot. But also kind of, what is your name again? Hiri. That's your name. All right. Anoint with Affliction. Exile target creature with value cost 3 or less. If exile the creature instead of, so this is a toxic, kind of like how white has Dispatch, where if it has Metalcraft, you can either like tap target creature, or if you have Metalcraft, just exiles it. Pretty much what this is. Although a little better. For 1 more mana, it's not that bad. A Shieldred's Head Cleaver with Menace Toxic 2, and it's 2/4, 4/4. Not bad. Duress. Done many times. Maze Skull Bomb. Target creature you control gains +3/+3 and trample. Draw a card. Activate only as a sorcery, or you can just pay 1. Sacrifice it. Draw a card. Maze Mantle. Flash. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gains. Enchanted creature has Toxic. That creature gains Hexproof until end turn. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Ooh, that's a foil planes. I like that. Trawler Drake. When it enters the battlefield, an oil counter puts 1/1. Yep, saw that already. Watchful Blizzard. Unnatural Restoration. Wow, that is straight up better than some turn target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand, proliferate. That honestly might go into Super Friends. Blightbelly Rats. The Copper Longlegs. Sacrifice a proliferate. Very nice. Soulless Jailer. Permanent cards in your graveyard can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast non-creature spells from graveyards or exile. It's a creature with this ability. It's an 0/4. It's not bad because it has like these abilities, especially like from exile. It's like a lot of ways you can get around that. It'd be a good graveyard hate if it was just an artifact, but creatures are always so much easier to deal with than just straight artifacts. It's still good. because it has that like extra stipulation of also cards from exile as well and stuff like that, but pretty meh. Like when it comes to graveyard hate, I should know. I'm the graveyard expert basically between our friend groups. Is that so? Oh hey, look, it's Phyrexia again. Ooh, that's a poison counter token, so that's neat. So that's, they can keep track of that. I'm gonna hold on to that. Poison counters. Ugh. You gotta love poison counters. All right. I think that's all of them. All right. Biting or bringing the end, not biting the end. Counter target spell unless controller pays 2, unless you have corrupted, which just counters it. So Phyrexia Fall. When sacrifice a creature and gains a poison counter for 3 mana. Bad. Although it does. Oh, it says each opponent. I thought it was each creature. Annihilating I would say Gaze. Sinew Dancer. Raptor. Oil Island. That's pretty neat. Skitterfang. Century. Ambulance. Artificer. Spore Slinger. When it's battlefield, choose one. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains vigilance, or you can proliferate. Not bad. Imperial Spelldancer. Let's see. Can't be blocked whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on it. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may remove 2 oil counters if you do so. Cast your next instant sorcery the spell, copy the spell, you may choose new targets for it. Okay, so you copy, and it's also like that. And we got the Rot Priest again. Very not bad. Very not bad indeed. Get these in order here. Still waiting for my cough, man. I got the emblem in like the first few packs and I haven't seen him. That's alright. This cough isn't honestly that great. It's okay. Whatever that is. I always like these art cards though. Pretty cool. A lot of rebel tokens. Alright, so we got some hits early on, but then kind of slowed down a little bit, but that's okay. It happens. Autonomous Furnace. We got the Furnace Spell Bomb. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Blazing Crescendo. Splitter for Mirrodin, so it has the Summon a Rebel again. Lanin Lightbringer has Ward 2, and as long as it is equipped, it gets +1/+1. Ward 2 is nice. Ward is probably a keyword that's going to continue to go forward here, and I like it a lot. Additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature with value X, and here he deals damage, X damage divided among any number of choose. Oh, that's very neat. Tyrannid Stance. Stand. Your creature gets +X/+X and gains hexproof and indestructible until its turn. Like, even if all you're playing this is for a 0, this is good because target creature you control gets hexproof and indestructible. Doesn't even have to gain any power or toughness. That's pretty good, honestly. Sword of Curiosity. Spells cost 2. This spell costs 2 lives if your opponent has 3 more 1 counters. 1 mana, draw 2 cards. Pretty good. And a foil Tyrannid Stand. Very nice. Vindicative. Flame Stoker. When it casts a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on it. Sacrifice Vindicative Flame Stoker. Okay. Costs 1 less for each oil counter on it. And the Ravine Cultivator. Very nice. Very nice. Still have so many packs. It's a good thing. Good thing. Ooh. Nice, is that the list card? Kind of like it. No token this time, but you get a list card. It's pretty neat. Whispers of the Dross. Your creature gets -1/+1/-1 and proliferate. Not a -1/-1 counter, but a -1 just gets -1/-1. But you get to proliferate for 1 mana. It's proliferate. Pretty good. Dross Pits. Like all the other spheres. Dross Skull Bomb. A lot of Dross in this one. Blightcatcher Stalker. 2 mana 3/1 with Toxic 2. Ooh, that's a foil mountain. I like that. Paladin enters battlefield, return target creature. Okay. Drowning Ichor. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end turn. Proliferate. How is that? So the other card just 1 mana? This one gets -4/-4 and then Proliferate. It's just better, but they're in the same set. I guess the 1 mana really determines 3/3, huh? Whenever you cast a non-creature, put an oil. Serum Core, Chimera, Canker Bloom. We saw that card earlier. I like that card. Urbrask Anointer. Nice. We got the Virulent Sliver. This is an old one from there. All slivers have poisonous 1. That is that's a good flavor to have for this. That's neat. I like that. Surgical Skull Bomb foil and a Phyrexian Arena. Let's fucking go. Love Phyrexian Arena. A lot of people say it's a not very good card in commander sets, especially in like commander decks now. I beg to disagree. Just some really loud people outside. That's why I was looking around. But yeah, I like Phyrexian Arena a lot. That's why I continue to run it in some of my decks. Not all, but abilities. Card draw is important, man, especially in commander. Well, any format really. Card games. You need kind of cards to play card games, you know. 3 Phyrexian Beast. 3/3 Phyrexian Beast with Toxic. Neato. We got that whatever that is. Neat. Okay, so why is this one correct then? Oh. I need to stop looking. Oh man. Some good cards, man. Some good cards. Alright. Kalala Crackler. Plus XO. And permanent some oil counters on it. Forge Master Centurion. That's a lot of text I don't really care to read. Adaptive Spore Slinger. Iridan. Whatever. Crypt creature has +2/0. Okay, for 5 though, that's a lot. Was it +1/-1? I'd rather just play Skull Clamp. We got the Swamp there, the Charforger. Don't really care to read it. Fueler, Canopy Scam, Sinew Dancer, Zealot Conviction, and the card Mondrock Glory Dominus. A very good card. Again, I'm going to sleeve it up and everything. This card is really good. So, while I'm doing this one up, if 1 or more tokens will be created under your control, you may create twice as many as that. It's a 4 mana like. Right, so this thing. And then you can pay 2 Phyrexian whites and 1, sacrifice 2 other artifacts or creatures, put a indestructible on this. So it becomes indestructible and harder to deal with. Very much harder to deal with. With that ability is very good. This set is bonkers. And like I said, if these packs basically just took out the Elesh Norn and left all these other cards, I'm okay with it. A lot of cards I've gotten from this that I wanted, and still looking for that Nissa. Still looking for that Nissa. But we're off to a good start. Wasn't there also like there was like a sword in here too, wasn't there? I think so. I think there was like a sword, like a certain sword like getting here as well. So we got the Cruel Grimnach. Okay. Testament Breaker, Centurion Cutthroat. Sacrifice another artifact creature, gets 2/2, and only activate once this turn. It's not bad. Carnivorous Canopy, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature flying. Burn it with 3 or less, proliferates. Fucking Christ. That's really good. Thirsting Roots. Saw that card earlier. It's very good. I'm gonna just put that off to the side because I think it's really strong. Got the islands there. The Prosthetic Injector. Our creature has +0, +2, and has Toxic 1. Oh, so you can give Toxic to whatever. Astronomy Surgeon. Whenever you cast a non-creature, move an isle. Okay. Transparent Theologist. Battlefield target artifact you control. Another artifact enters the battlefield under your control. You may draw a card if you do discard. Target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. Oh, that's neat. Blade of Shared Souls. What is this? For Mirrodin. Blade of Shared Souls becomes attached to a creature. As long as it's attached to it, you may have that creature become a copy of another creature you control. Oh. That's neat. And it's foil. I like that. I like foil cards. We got the Argumentum Masticore. First strike protection from multicolored. That's pretty good already. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice it unless you can discard a card. When you discard the card this way, destroy a target non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana less value. Oh wow, that's honestly not bad. And we got a Quicksilver Fisher. Not too bad. How many more packs I got left here? Oh, probably like 10. How do I still have 10 packs? I got so much good stuff already. All I can say is that this gets me hyped for the collector's box I'm going to open up later. That's an interesting looking card. I got some light again. Dude. Okay. Those comments. Alright, cool. All said there. Ugh. I'm in the wrong piles, please. Alright, completed Devotion. We saw that one earlier. Molten Rebuke. Planar Disruption. Hex Gold Stash. Gold Warden Helm. Gun Island. Disrupted Curiosity. Century. Bladed Ambassador. Enters the battlefield. I'm gonna counter move it. Means indestructible. Bone Picker Scourge. Draw Spell Bomb. And Venusaur Corpse Puppet. Let's do Link Toxic 1. Whenever you proliferate, choose one. If you don't control a creature named the Hollow Sentinel, create the Hollow Sentinel legendary 3/3 Phyrexian Golem creature. Target artifact creature you control gains flying and lifelink until end of turn. Nice. Whenever you proliferate, you do that? Okay. Okay. About that. I like that. It's not like over. I mean, for 2 mana, it's pretty good. It can't proliferate itself, so you're gonna need some help with that. But that's not hard in this set. Oh, the drone. Got a drone. Let me just put all the stuff in the correct one. I tried not to look at the rare. Got Hazardous Blast, Furnace Strider, Splinter, Leonin Lightbringer, Mirrodin, whatever the hell, Mountain, Vested Flesh Cutter, Plated Onslaught, Veil of Assimilation, Convert, Anoint with Affliction, and whoa, this is another like godlike thing. So we got Zorpol, Hunger Dominus, Zorpondwol, something like that, I don't know. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. Sacrifice 2 creatures, put an indestructible on it. It's for 2. You can do that like right away too. All you have to do is pay 4 life. God damn. God damn. It's a pretty good card. Double the power and toughness. I mean, especially in green decks. Play green Stompy with that as the high end. It's 7 mana. That's a lot. But in green, you ramp a few times, you get there in no time. You get there in no time. Alright. Chimney Rabble. The Shrapnel Slinger. Brawling Chorus. Guys create a colorless. Okay. Pretty good. Dune Mover. Plague Nurse. Target creature you control gains Toxic 1 until end of turn, activates once per turn. Pretty good. Swamp. The Bilcerus Skull Wielder. Toxic 1 and Death Touch. 1. Pretty good. Slaughter's Slinger. Singer. Another target creature you control gains with toxic gains gets +1/+1 until end of turn. A toxic 2. Really good. Skittering, Skitterling. It's a Phyrexian rat. Draw a card. Activate this ability. Okay. Cameo, Immobilizer, and Monumental Facade enters the battlefield with 2 oil counters. Remove an oil counter. Put an oil counter on target artifact. Okay, so you can just move our oil counters around. Very neat. I feel like that's probably more useful than I think, but I don't know all of the cards in the set and what I can do with them. So there's that. Oil ones just seems like a major gimmick that I never really took into much consideration. Promo card, that's the first one I've gotten. Pretty good. Alright. Like this one was front loaded. Alright. Rustic Cultivator. The first time we've seen it without its showcase art. Okay. Engraver. Nice. Troll. Got a forest. Good looking forest. Shieldred's Edict. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature, so each opponent sacrifices a creature token. Each opponent sacrifices a planeswalker. Man, and you pick one of those. Against all odds. Choose one or both. Exile target artifact or creature you control, then return it to the battlefield. Return target artifact or creature with value of 3 less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So you can flicker something, and then you can bring something back from the graveyard. It's honestly pretty good. Reservoir. Urabrask Anointer. Sprinter. Alright, there's just some kid running around outside. Cultivator. Urabrask Anointer. Oil. Table of Completion. Put an oil counter on Table of Completion. Add a colorless. Activate only if it has 2 or more oil. 1, draw, tap, draw. Activate this only if it has 5 or more counters on it. Not. Takes a while, I feel like. If you're playing an oil deck, I guess, and you care about oil counters. I don't know. It still feels like that's it. Like, yeah, it can be a mana rock, I guess, which is 2, but it takes 2 turns and it's a 2-cost card. Just for the power level we've seen with some of these cards, doesn't feel that strong. You know, this is the first one that I say this is just fucking weird. Oh, it's another list card, that's why. Okay, got it. It's still weird how I have to like fix these every time. It doesn't feel right, you know. All right, Protect Prism. Whenever it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Yep, we know that card. Glistening Seer, Quicksilver Fisher. Enter battlefield, draw a card. The Blade Graft Aspirant, which is equipment spells you cost 1 less to activated abilities. All equipments cost 1 less to activate. With Menace. It's a good common, man. Aspirant Ascendant. Target creature gets 1/3 and gains Toxic. For 1/3 flying and Toxic 1. I realize Toxic is not nearly as bad as Infect, and that's a good thing. Forest, but still, man. Or Mirrodin. Equipped creature gets +4/+4 and has Trample for 6. I mean, I guess you can think of it as like summoning a 6/6 because you get to put a rebel onto the battlefield with it attached to it. So theoretically, this is a 6/6. 6 mana 6/6 with Trample. But look at its equip cost, man. 7. A lot. Affinity for equipments. Wow. It's 7/5 with Trample and has affinity for equipments. Just put that over there. Alright, Resistance Skywarden. Menace Reach. Rat Belly Rat, or Blight Belly Rat. Lazova. Shield of the Sea Gate. Beginning of your combat, if you have a full party. Oh, this is one of those party cards. I don't like it as much anymore. Gleeful Demolishing. Like a card. Jorg Cunning, first gold launch. We got this card earlier as a what is it? The show art card or whatever. What do they call it? Showcase card. Was he a showcase or I keep it out here? No. Put it in the pile. Okay, it happens. Alright, looks like we got about 6 packs left. Yep. Almost at the end of this. Honestly, like the last 2 packs, not been the greatest, but like got some pretty good stuff. Ooh, left a card, don't want to do that. It was rare too. Oh, okay. That's a list card, so it's less cool, but you know, still cool. Ooh. Remember when I said I need to stop looking at the rares? Or I need to like put on my best poker face. It's not gonna happen. Alright, charges for the mites. Charges for mites deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control. To target creature planeswalker, create 2 Phyrexian mites. Yeah, that's a card. It's common, but you know. Enter the battlefield, you may return one other permanent you control to its owner's hand. If you do so, create a Phyrexian mite. Double up on ETBs and create mites. Eye of Malachor. I don't know why I said Malachor. It's Malacanter? I don't know. This battlefield under your control, Eye becomes a 4/4 Phyrexian until the end of turn. Oh. Neato. Forest. Reject Imperfection. Counter target spell if that was 3 or less. Proliferate. Proliferation, my guy. Enter battlefield, you may pay 2. If you do so, proliferate. It's got Toxic 3 too. Ugh. Toxic 6. It's a 7 mana card, thank God, and it can't be blocked by a creature with 2 or less. You can cheat this bad boy out. It's you're gonna kill your opponent in no time. Target creature you control get +2/+2 until end turn. Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller gains a twice encounter. Luckily, it can only be 1. Sinew Dancer, Force of Vigor. Oh, this is a this is a much better card than I thought it was. It's a list card, but it's the force of it's like the force of will and stuff like that. So you can exile. Not your turn, you may exile a green card from this rather than paying its mana cost, and you can just cast it. Destroy up to 2 artifacts or enchantments. Pretty cool. Also, that's a Cankerbloom, full art, whatever. Ooh, this is not bad. I was making a deck with this earlier today. I like this card. Sacrifice an artifact, add any amount of red equal to the sacrificed mana value. Spend this only to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts. Very good. Ooh, Venser Corp Puppet. Oh, we got this one earlier, and this is like its showcase version or whatever. Borderless. Whatever. I always put borderless cards in little sleeves. I'm gonna put the Force of Vigor because I don't know what that's worth, but if it's not worth anything, I'm gonna use it. Pretty good card. I don't remember what set that is. I know it's an old card that got reprinted because like Force of Will is an old card, but I know Force of Will is the best of them because it's like pay, you discard a blue card, like exile a blue card, right? Yeah, exile a blue card, and then you can counter target spell. It's pretty good. Still have yet to see that Elish Norn, but that's okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, I kind of want to open more of this set, and I'm glad I have this little collector's booster right here, waiting, ready in the wings. Autonomous Furnace. Commons, please. Calm your tits. Spell Bomb, Blazing Crescendo, Barbed Battlefister, Aspirants again. There's a mountain. Like those ones. The Scamp. How much damage you may sacrifice? Oh, that's actually a lot better card than I thought. Demolishing, Swooping Lookout. It's a really good card. Therming Bird. We got the Viscan Evangelicist. Does that foil go off to you? I don't know. When I enter the battlefield, if an opponent has 3 or more, destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Norn's Wellspring. Whenever a creature you control dies, scry 1, put an oil counter on it. 1, remove 2 oil counters, draw a card. Not bad. Oh, it's Norn's Wellspring. Just throw all the creatures in there and then, yeah. It's just what it is, you know? Alright. Yeah, that looking guy. The Rebel token. Okay, well that's a card we already saw, but that's foil, so that's neat. Ooh. Neato cards. These are a lot of looking cards that I haven't seen yet. So, Skycliff and Golfer. Reach Trample. Can't be blocked by creatures with flying. That's fair. Titanic Growth. A card we've seen printed many times. Lattice Blade Mantis. Enter battlefield with 2 oil counters and attacks. Remove an oil counter. Gets into 1/1 until end turn. Basic as hell. You got the forest or islands. The Bladehold War Whip. Mirrored in equip abilities you activate other than equipment. Or other equipment costs 1 less to activate. Equipped creature has double strike. It didn't cost so much to equip. As long as your turn gains. Okay. X Gold Hover Wings. Another one. Equipped creature has +0 until, and then also creatures you control that are equipped it gets 1/0. So it gives. Oh, it's like a. Alright, Quicksilver Fisher. We got the Argumentum Massacre, which we've seen before. This is foil. We got the White Sun Zenith, which is very good. You gain X life for X, and then create X 1/1 Phyrexian Might. Toxic 1, and this creature can't block. If it's 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. Very good card. Ovivia, Immobile Goliath. I know a friend of mine wants to make a deck with this, so he might want this. So I will keep that off to the side for him. And we got the Sky Hunter Strike Force. It's a Phyrexian commander card. That's what that symbol means. Got melee and lieutenant. As long as you control your commanders, all the creatures have melee. So whenever a creature you attacks gets 1/1 until end of turn for each opponent that you attack this combat. Oh, the idea is just attack a bunch of different opponents. Gives all others. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty neat. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna keep that Goliath just in case a friend of mine wants to make a deck with that, because I know he said he wanted to. Alright, down to the last, what is that, 3 packs? See if we can't find that Elesh Norn yet, baby. We got this. We already got the Atraxa. And that was really cool. That was a really cool find. Got another Might. Ooh. Interesting cards, yes. Alright, got the Cackler. Crackler? I don't know. Send in Free from Flesh. Their creature gets +2/+2, put 2 oil counters on it. That could be pretty good. Offer Immortality. Creature gains Death Touch and Indestructible until end of turn for 2 mana. Got planes there. Here Sacrifice. We saw that earlier. Springers. Charge Forger. Dualiser. Fisher. Vanish into Eternity. Green Sun Twilight. Interesting. I don't know this card. Reveal top X+1 card from your library. Choose a creature card and or land cards from among them. Put those cards onto the battlefield. The rest put onto the bottom of your library. If it's 5 or more, instead put the chosen cards onto the battlefield or into your hand for the rest on the bottom of your... Oh, so what is this? Or from among them, put those cards into your hand. The rest in the bottom. You can choose to put them onto the battlefield or into your hand. So you can just... How would you put them in? I guess there'd be some cards you'd want in your hand. That's an interesting card. I like that though. All right. second to last pack. Let's go, baby. Got that. What do you got here? Another Phyrexian Might. Like those guys. Doesn't look like anything overly crazy in this pack, but I don't know. I barely looked. When it dies, draw a card. When it's 1/1 for 2, and it's Flying Vigilance. Geez. Try and enter the battlefield, and tap target creature and opponent controls. It also has Flash. That's a lot of text I don't feel like reading. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. It's a common, man. How good it could be. Very. Rat Belly Rats. Swamp. Be the infection. Draw 3 cards. You lose 2 life. Each opponent who has 3 or more counters loses 3 life as well. Nice. Viral spawning. Creates Phyrexian Creed. As long as your opponent has 3 or more poison counters. Browse in your graveyard. It has flashback. Oh. Not bad. Expand the sphere. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. Put up to 2 lands from among them onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. If you have fewer than 2 lands onto the battlefield, play proliferate a number of times equal to the difference. What the? Basically, if you don't get lands, you get to proliferate, and you can proliferate up to 2 times if you miss lands both times. Or if you get 1, you just proliferate once. It's not bad. We got the Blood Griff's Artisan, the Dark Slick Shores. Unless you have 2 or fewer lands, so fast lands. And then Blight Belly Rats. Alright. And just like that, we are down to the last pack. Let's do it. Hellish Norn. You know it. She saved the best for last. Oh, it always works. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got. We got the Melweb Strider. Upper long legs. Gaxian Raptor. Free from flesh. Offer immortality. Got a mountain there. Awaken the Sleeper. Yeah. Okay, so this is just a copy of one of those. Oh, and destroy all equipment attached to that creature. Oh. Resistance reunited. Target creature gets +2/+2. Target creatures you control gain indestructible until end turn. Wow. Pretty good. Rebel Salvo. Affinity for equipment. Rebel Salvo deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker that permanent loses indestructible until end of turn. Yeah, we're putting that in my indestructible deck, or in my equipment deck. Bloodbirth Viper. It has Myriad. They know it's a list card. Does combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Like that. Evolving Additive. Hey, look, it's the Golem again, or the Goliath. Very neat card. And the Rot Priest. Wah, wah. Well, there's a lot that I got there. The big pulls, of course, were... I still think Force Vigor is probably a pretty good card. That one's kind of just like it's a full art, whatever. That one seems pretty cool. Phyrexian Arena is pretty neat. That one's just cool looking. I like it a lot. Staff of Completion's a big one. Take it. We got the Phyrexian Obliterator, the Phyrexian Vindicator foil, and Atraxa Grand Unifier, Land Dominus, and that is it. That was a card I just put over there. So that was the big pulls. We had a bunch of other rares that I'm going to look into. Well, so thank y'all so much for watching this episode of this unboxing of Phyrexia All Is One. Be sure to look out for the next one where I open up the collector's box of Phyrexia All Is One. So hopefully that one will be a lot faster because there's a lot less packs. So yeah, till then, see y'all next time.